Joni Mitchell, a song in which Joni complains that they paved Paradise to put up a parking lot. A measure which actually would have alleviated traffic congestion on the outskirts of Paradise, something which Joni singularly fails to point out, because it doesn't quite fit in with her blinkered view of the world. Nevertheless, nice song. It's 4:35 a.m. You're listening to The Partridge. And now it's time for Alan's Facts of the Day. Crab sticks do not actually contain any crab, and from 1993, manufacturers have been legally obliged to label them crab-flavoured sticks. Another one of those, same time tomorrow.
Radio Norwich, the best music.
Pray silence, please, for the Electric Light Orchestra.
Good morning, Washington. Just wanted to coming to you live today from DCR-TV Media Central. Yes, this is the DCR-TV Media Central. This is oh my goodness, my camera's off. Oh, sorry about that. This is the DCR-TV Media Central, where we're linked into the world here. I've got the portable DVD player over there that runs on battery power in case the power ever goes out, which it really does here, actually. We've got I've got record albums. This is all the record albums I have left, okay? This is it. I used to have thousands and thousands of record albums. Nowadays, this is it, with some great stuff like, let's see here. Remember, Mott the Hoople's Greatest Hits. All the Young Dudes, the David Bowie song. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then I have a lot of crazy bands like, remember, oh Lord, look at this. Martha and the Muffins. Hear a lot of, the funny thing is today, the station that plays the most Martha and the Muffins, WMAL, the righty talker, a lot of their bumper music in the mornings is Martha and the Muffins. It's really, during the Chris Plant show, you'll actually hear Echo Beach, which is one of their big hits, back on, alternative radio back in the 80s. That was one of the big hits, and they used Echo Beach. In fact, Echo Beach is played on the station a lot. Oh wow, look at that. Magazine. Anybody remember? Lena Lovitch and her new toy. Ooh. Somebody needs to play these records. Anyhow, I used to have thousands of records. What I did was I took my records, for example, and if I had an album that had only like one song that I liked, I then ran the gizmo with the computer. See, I've got the stereo system here, and then the cables go under there. They run back behind the TV set. They go back behind the fan and the cable modem over to the computer there, and then I can digitize and put on CD a lot of my records. So, if, for example, I had a record album that had one song, like this Until December album, there was one song on the album that I liked, I would then take this one song, play it on the turntable up there. You can see my old turntable, and I would digitize it, run it in here, and burn a CD with just the one song on it, okay? Which was fine. So I have a lot of CD singles with one song from an album that I liked, okay? But if there was more than one song on the album that I liked, or if there was some other reason that I liked the album, I would then keep the album. So, for example, The Clash's Sandinista. I mean, there's how many cuts on this album? I could go buy I could go buy, and what I would do if there was an album that I really liked with a lot of songs on it that I really liked, I would go out and buy the CD of it. And in some cases, I just like the packaging. This is really cool. This is the old record album. We've got, and then you've got in here, the poster thingy dingy. All really cool poster that comes with it. And you say to yourself, there's no way you're going to get that in a little CD. Or there's no way you're going to get this beautiful package in a online thingy. Look at that. The Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope. Again, this is another album that I could have bought on CD, but it's such a wonderful package. Just like, wow, man. Wow, what else is in Dave's record? Oh, remember, local DC band, the Urban Verbs. Subways. It's Eastern Standard Time. This has got a lot of cool stuff. They're kind of Talking Heads-ish, but they were quite a unique DC area band. Oh yeah. I like bands like The Who. Remember this album, The Who Are You? But I actually have it on red vinyl. I like that one. I know a lot of other cool things. Got some early Elvis Costello. What else in here? Yeah, some early Elvis Costello, Brian Eno. Again, most of the other stuff has been flipped over to DVD, CDs and stuff. So I've got thousands of CDs and stuff. But remember them? Wow. Anybody remember Voice Farm? They were a cool band. They're from San Francisco. Hey Free Thinker. I guess this was what? I don't know what year this was. There's a song called Hey Free Thinker that I was really, when I was in my 1980s or so, that was my song. I said, that's a damn cool song. Oh yeah, anybody remember Ian Gom? Gone with the Wind? Hold on to what you got. I love that song. Come on, somebody, play it! These are so many cool things. The Motors. Remember the Motors? Do you mind? They had a good S&M song on one of their albums. I want to beat you and hear you moan. Do you mind? It wasn't this album, but it was in one of their albums. Anyhow, we got the DCR TV World Media Center. This is the stereo, the DVD player. I've got some tape players in the other room, but I don't know. All my tapes have been digitized. I've got the XM radio up there, the turntable, the Comcast crapola, the DVD, the players, the Blu-ray, the plain old. I have a plain old up-converting DVD player, which actually looks as good as the Blu-ray most of the time anyhow. But I wanted to point out, and where did I put that? Where is it? Here it is. Today's Washington Post has a nice little article. Rob Pegararo, their technical guru guy, the joy of free TV. Rob has basically admitted that he cut his cable TV cable in October 2009 and now watches all of his television either over the air or on the internet or on DVDs or Netflix or whatever. And he doesn't have a traditional cable subscription anymore, which is great. I think that's really good. The problem with that is Rob lives in Arlington, which gets excellent broadcast television reception. You live out here in Reston, which is about 15 miles west of Washington, and the TV reception isn't quite as good. I can get on my television set in the other room over there. See, way over there. The TV is way off in the other room there by the window. I can get that. I can get pretty good reception on that because the antenna's by the window. But this TV here, in the main room here, I do have some antennas up there, but they're mainly for my HD radio and stuff. I could try getting TV on that, but it's not near a window, and it's in a condo complex, so I'm not going to get great reception. I already know that. I could get one or two channels, and then every time you change a channel, you have to screw around with it. So the broadcast reception here in this room isn't as good as I'd like it to be, so I have the cable. I do get the 300, 400 channel package from Comcast, which costs close to $100 a month, but you do get a good selection of channels. Again, a lot of the channels that I've liked, like Science Channel, BBC America, and what else? National Geo, stuff like that. They really aren't that good anymore. I mean, you look. I'm going over to the Science Channel. Okay, now they do have some cool shows this morning. This is Sunday morning, so they're going to run some cool shows. But if you look at the schedule, once they click over to, it's Survivor Man all afternoon. Survivor Man, and Factory Made. The same show over and over and over and over. Factory Made all night long. And then it's like, I don't know, Extreme Machines again and again and again and again and again. And then How It's Made. How It's Made must run on this channel 18 hours a day. I mean, How It's Made isn't a bad show. But, do you really want to watch it again and again and again and again? Discovery is gutting a lot of their channels. They're turning them over to, all they do is get young demos, and the old folks, hell, television, even cable television with 300 plus channels. If you're over 40, man, there's hardly anything to watch anymore. At least that's what I think. So anyhow, a lot of people are just saying, hey, why are we paying $100 a month for cable when we have to buy these giant packages of channels that most of the channels we don't want to watch. I mean, in order to get my 350 package channel deal or whatever for 80, it's like $80 some a month, and then you got to rent the DVR box and all that. You got to buy all these channels out, kids channels, chick channels that I don't watch. Why can't I just say, hey, there's 20 channels out there I like. I want BBC America, I want Science Channel, I want National Geo, I want maybe a couple news channels, and a couple of my local broadcast channels, and of course Turner Classic Movies, and just pay for those. Well, the day isn't here yet. Someday it will be. Once enough people cancel their cable service and say, hey, I'm tired of it, the cable companies are going to say, gee, maybe we ought to have more packages that are tailored to what people actually want. Someday it will happen, but it's not going to happen until the cable company, until enough people like Rob here say, hey, I'm ditching my cable. I may cut back cable someday, but at the moment, I'm keeping what I got. So there. So this is a special Sunday edition of, here's a cool, I love the sound. Depeche Mode. What a cool band. And this is one of the coolest album covers ever. I just love this kind of Soviet artwork. Isn't that cool? And I love Depeche Mode. They are one of them and New Order. New Order, really cool bands. Anybody remember Shriek Back? Remember All Lined Up? This is cool. My Spine is the Bass Line. Yeah, some cool stuff here. Oh, and we can't forget the Smiths. Yeah, Morrissey. I love them. And I can't stop talking about stuff. Here we go. Soft Cell. The Art of Falling Apart. And one of my favorite songs of all time, it is as creepy as it is, Baby Doll. Baby Doll! Yeah, wow. Numbers. Cool stuff. Anyhow, that's Dave's Waves for Dave's... What am I calling this? I'm not calling it Dave's Waves. I'm calling it Dave TV. That's Dave TV for today. And as they say, somebody actually complained to me. They said, would you please stop saying stay tuned at the end of the show? I hate it. And I know you're going to say it at the end of the show, so just as you come up to say it, I turn off the video. So anyhow, gosh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I deeply apologize. And this guy is a big radio honcho. Yeah. Big radio honcho in the Washington area. Does not like me saying, stay! Go!